Years, I've had my experience with multiple psychiatric medications ranging from antipsychotics to antidepressants and even anti-Parkinsonian. Why? I'll get into that later on, but we're going to be focusing on antipsychotics today. Antipsychotics are medications that are prescribed to people who experience something known as psychosis. Not all the time, it's not 100% of the time. Antipsychotics can also help in aiding antidepressants and stuff like that, but they're they're not used as commonly because they can cause you to be apathetic, and that can counteract the all the good that antidepressants are doing to you, but because it makes you feel apathetic. But regardless, that is a bit of what I wanted to talk about. But I want to continue. When it comes to psychiatric medications, I've had my fair share. Um, I've been on, well, let's count it. Lexapro, venlafaxine, Zoloft, and mirtazapine, which I think I'm still on Zoloft right now. And for antipsychotics, well, Haldol, olanzapine, Abilify, risperidone. What else is there? I was on risperidone for actually a pretty long time. Did I say Abilify? Yeah, I did say Abilify. Geodon, Latuda, a lot. Basically, that's my point. And when it comes to antipsychotic medications, you have to be able to recognize when those medications are messing with your head in the terms of apathy. Like I mentioned before, when it comes to these kinds of medications, there are bound to be side effects that are a bit detrimental to your everyday life. And I really experienced that when last year I was put on a antipsychotic known as risperidone, aka Risperdal. If you don't know the whole terminology behind those things, it's a drug has a generic name and another name. I don't know what that other name's called, but essentially, when it comes to a medication, they're prescribed to someone who is experiencing a certain symptom. And like I said before, antipsychotics don't always go to people who are psychotic. Sometimes they go to people who are severely depressed, and that can lead you into multiple different directions, but I'm not going to get into that. I wanted to talk about risperidone because it hindered my ability to feel joy for a long time. That wasn't exactly something that I had a problem with on other antipsychotics. I mean, I've been on I've been on six. I just counted six, and risperidone was the only antipsychotic that caused me to feel apathetic. I remember it was during the summer. I not once ever found any joy in anything. And that's a very weird thing to say. But when I talked to my psychiatrist about this, uh, put the idea, she put forth the idea that, oh, you've experienced mania, you've experienced depression, and now you're at that middle ground, and that middle ground is you not being is extreme boredom, but your mood isn't fluctuating between extremely high mania and extremely low depression. So that kind of made sense, but I really didn't think that set. I didn't think that applied to my certain situation. I felt like there was so much more to it. And I'm not familiar with side effects when it comes to antipsychotics. I mean, I've had akathisia, I've had tardive dyskinesia, I've had even this apathetic tendencies. So I'm not a stranger to antipsychotics and their side effects, which is why I thought it was a bit weird that my doctor would be telling me that, oh, this is what normal is. Well, that's technically not what she was saying, but anyway, I'm not trying to promote or put down any of the medications that I mentioned. Just because they don't work for me doesn't mean they won't work for you. And if you're a uh, fellow person who goes through psychosis, I would like to say, be careful of Geodon, because that shit fucked my head so much more than you can imagine. And I'll talk to that in another video. So hope you all enjoyed. If you're in an emergency, check my links down below. I actually use them, and I think you would be able to use them. Uh, and yeah, catch you in the next one. Ohui ho malama pono.